Hey there, I'm Jacob, and for the next 30 days, I'm going to eat whatever Chat GPT tells me to eat. I'm a video game designer, artist, martial arts practitioner, travel enthusiast, soccer fan, and dog lover. And you know what else? I love eating. A lot. Probably too much. And in this series of videos, I'm going to use the power of AI and machine learning to transform my love of eating, hopefully, into a love of healthy eating. That's right, I'm only going to eat whatever Chat GPT tells me to eat for 30 days, maybe even 90 if it goes well. I come from a really amazing multicultural family. I'm part Japanese, part New Mexican, and part Italian. I really do love all that food my parents and grandparents made for me growing up. I would be totally happy to eat a chili relleno, a slab of lasagna, and a katsu bowl, all in one meal. And my love of eating has caught up with me over the years. Between turning 40, moving to Portland, Oregon, one of the best food cities in the world, the isolated life of the pandemic, and a pretty serious hand injury, I've honestly let my health and fitness slip away. Weight is just a number, and it doesn't necessarily mean much on its own. But I've gained around 60 pounds in the last decade. I want to get back to a healthy weight for all sorts of reasons. Of course, for my general health. Being overweight is statistically tied to dozens of increased health risk factors. I want to train harder in martial arts, move faster, and jump higher. I want to have more creative energy for making video games, art, and music. And yeah, I wouldn't mind looking better either. I've tried doing it on my own. I've tried calorie counting apps. I've tried every crazy eating plan under the sun. They all eventually failed in one way. At the end of a long day, I just don't have any energy left to make good eating decisions. And that's where AI comes in. I'm going to let the mind-blowing power of Chat GPT make all my food decisions for me. I'm going to tell it my weight and a few other basic health and fitness metrics and let it decide exactly what foods I'll buy at the grocery store, make into meals, and eat. Can a computer make healthier decisions than I can? Let's find out together. So the first thing I needed to do was to figure out a way to measure my progress. So, of course, I asked Chat. I asked it for some basic ways to measure health and general fitness. It offered some ideas like measuring my
body mass index,
which is essentially a ratio of weight to height, my
waist circumference, resting heart rate, blood pressure, strength,
for example, push-ups,
endurance,
like running, and
blood tests,
like cholesterol. My starting weight is 212.2 pounds, which is definitely high for my 5'7" frame. I took 3 blood pressure measurements and averaged them, and it came out to 127/93. This isn't absolutely terrible, but there's definitely room for improvement. My waist is currently 44 inches around. I remember in college it was 30, so definitely would like to fit in some smaller pants. So for my cardio test, I did a 1-mile run, which is 4 laps around a standard track. Little did I know that the track I chose, which I had never been to, is essentially on the Under Armour campus, and it's considered the place where elite runners go to train in Portland. So I felt super intimidated. My final time for the mile was 9 minutes and 28 seconds. For my strength test, I counted how many push-ups I could do in 1 minute. I got 28, which is not too bad. Okay, so I've got my initial numbers. Now it's time to talk to Chat and see what it thinks I should be eating. First, I told it I was going to be looking for some health and fitness advice, and it printed out some general information on healthy eating,
balanced diet, portion control, and exercise.
It was, of course, totally valid information, but not at all customized to my situation. So then I started feeding it my specific numbers. I gave it my age, my height, my weight, my waist circumference, my blood pressure, my push-up count, and my time on the mile run. And then it did start giving me some pretty specific feedback.
Here's some advice tailored to your situation. Diet. As a vegan, focus on consuming a wide variety of plant-based foods to ensure you're getting all the essential nutrients. This includes legumes, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Ensure you're getting adequate protein, iron, vitamin B12, calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids, which can be more challenging to obtain from a vegan diet. You might consider supplements if you have difficulty meeting these needs through food alone. Weight loss. Your current weight places you in the obese category, according
You're
to
in the
BMI
obese
charts.
category.
Losing weight through a combination of a balanced diet and regular exercise will help reduce your risk of health issues, such as heart disease and diabetes. Aim for a gradual weight loss of about 1-2 pounds per week. Blood pressure. Your blood pressure is slightly elevated, which may increase your risk of heart disease and stroke. Exercise. You seem to have a decent baseline fitness level.
So what I forgot to tell it is that I train martial arts from 6 to 10 hours a week, so even though I'm definitely overweight, I think my actual physical fitness is not too horrible.
As evidenced by your push-up and mile run performance, aim to increase the intensity and duration of your aerobic exercise gradually to improve cardiovascular fitness. Waist circumference. A waist size of 44 inches indicates an increased risk of health issues related to obesity, such as heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Losing weight and focusing on core strengthening exercises can help reduce your waist size and associated health risks.
Okay, so nothing too earth-shattering there. Basically, Chat GPT thinks I need to eat healthy and lose some weight. So next I asked it to generate an eating plan that would address as many of these concerns as possible.
Day 1. Breakfast. Overnight oats with almond milk, chia seeds, sliced almonds, and mixed berries. Lunch. Quinoa, black bean, and avocado salad with cherry tomatoes, corn, cilantro, and lime dressing. Dinner. Lentil curry with mixed vegetables served over brown rice. Snack. Apple slices with almond butter. Day 2. Breakfast. Green smoothie with spinach.
Okay, so I immediately noticed a problem, which is that it was generating a full 7-day meal plan with different meals on every day. That would be great, except there's just no way I'm going to have time to shop for and prepare all those ingredients. So instead I had Chat GPT create 2 daily plans that I could alternate between. I also made sure to have it give me portion sizes so that I could make sure I was in a caloric deficit.
Day A. Breakfast. Overnight oats. 1/2 cup rolled oats. 1 cup unsweetened almond milk. 1 tablespoon chia seeds. 1/2 cup mixed berries. Lunch. Chickpea salad. 1 cup cooked chickpeas. 1 2-cup chopped cucumber. 1 2-cup cherry tomatoes. 1 4-cup diced red onion. 1 4 avocado. 1 tablespoon olive oil. 2 TBSP lemon juice. Salt and pepper. Dinner. Lentil curry. 1 cup cooked lentils. 1 cup mixed vegetables, 1 2-cup tomato sauce, 1 2-cup light coconut milk, curry spices, with 1 2-cup brown rice. Snack. 1 medium apple and 1 tablespoon almond butter. Day B. Breakfast. Green smoothie. 1 cup unsweetened soy milk, 1 cup spinach, 1 medium banana, 1/2 cup frozen mixed berries, 1 tablespoon ground flaxseed. Lunch. Veggie wrap. 1 whole grain wrap, 1/4 cup hummus, 1/2 cup mixed greens, 1/4 cup cucumber slices, 1/4 cup bell pepper slices, 1/4 avocado. Dinner. Tofu stir fry, 1/2 cup cubed firm tofu, 2 cups mixed vegetables, 1 tablespoon low sodium soy sauce, 1 teaspoon sesame oil, with 1/2 cup cooked quinoa snack, 1/4 cup hummus with 1 cup raw vegetables, baby carrots, cucumber, bell pepper.
Well, that sounded pretty reasonable, so I had it generate a grocery list.
Spinach. 1 small bag or 1 bunch. Mixed greens, 1 small bag or 1 bunch. Cucumber, 2 medium. Cherry tomatoes, 1 pint. Red onion, 1 medium. Bell pepper, 2 medium.
Well, you get the idea. So with my AI-generated list in hand, I headed to the grocery store. Ever since the pandemic started, I've mostly been using Instacart for my grocery shopping, so I was a little bit unused to the layout of our local natural food store, but grocery shopping went pretty smoothly. I'm making my life easy this week and using pre-made lemon juice. Sorry. 1,001. With all the food I needed, I headed home, ready to start eating. My good friend Elizabeth is a health and wellness coach, so I called her up to tell her what I was up to and, in her words, make sure I didn't kill myself. Did you get my email?
I do see your entire conversation with a chat bot.
If you could scroll up to the beginning where I gave it the health metrics, these are kind of the assessments it suggested I track myself by. And I was wondering what you think of those. First of all, the metrics themselves, and then your assessment of my health and fitness.
Yeah, so you told it your age, your height and weight, your blood pressure, your waist circumference, and then how many push-ups you can do in a minute and your mile time. Is that
exactly?
Yeah.
And feel free to say those numbers. I'm going to put them all on YouTube, so the world's going to know.
Yeah. So generally, that's a really sort of broad and basic set of health metrics that make sense. And as opposed to necessarily saying like one of those is good or bad, it's like as a broad picture, it's all useful to look at together. Mm-hmm. The height and weight and waist circumference together give more information than any one piece of those alone.
For sure.
So it's useful to look at it that way, because you probably had, conversations with people or read about problems with BMI, which is just a height and weight thing. And adding waist circumference to that tells us something about how that mass is distributed on your frame, which is useful. The thing with waist circumference is that it looks at what we would call visceral adiposity, which is basically fat around the middle, which is like more dangerous than sort of that disseminated subcutaneous fat that you think of as just more like sort of fluffiness. And so, I mean, that's kind of your distribution. You have a little bit more of that like apple-shaped body type, which would be the like riskier type from a health perspective. So that's good information to have. Blood pressure, a good thing to measure as well, because we also know it's really responsive to intervention in most people around diet and exercise. So that's another good thing about a metric that you're going to measure, is you want to measure something that's going to respond to the changes that you make, right? So we're not going to tell you that we want to make you taller, right, in order to improve your health metrics, because we
that would be nice, but
but we could look at your blood pressure. So your blood pressure is 127/93, which is high, but it's not off the charts like, oh my God, we're going to have to go to the hospital because you're going to have a stroke high. But it's like over the long term of looking at your health, a blood pressure that's like less than 120/80 would be a healthier place for you likely to be. That we could probably address that to some degree with a consistent diet and exercise for you also, if you're asking just for sort of, I would generally like to be healthier and fitter versus I want a plan that's going to lower my blood pressure. And you might get different answers that way.
For sure. And that's why I asked it last night, what are some general ways to measure my health and fitness? And that way it can attempt to improve whatever it thinks.
That's interesting.
I'm really letting it design the experiment. What did you think of my exercise performance? I know you're a runner, so I doubt you're very impressed by my mile.
What I would say with those is that they're both highly trainable metrics. And so, I'm not an exercise physiologist. So like in terms of what's a baseline, that it should be for every person, I don't know that that's really so important as can you improve them over time by working on them. And those, your mile time, if you want to run a faster mile, you certainly can with appropriate training. And same thing with push-ups, like it's a very trainable exercise. I mean, I think that they're both pretty good measures. Like a push-up is a pretty good measure of overall strength because it requires upper body strength and core strength and a little bit of muscular endurance. And then running, obviously, if you're trying to run fast, it has both an aerobic and anaerobic fitness component to it. So it's pretty good. There's other things that you could do if running isn't a good fit for you, but it's nice also because it's easy and it doesn't take any equipment. You don't have to be in a gym and all you need is a stopwatch.
Do you have time to do a quick dive into the 2 meal plans it did?
Okay, so let's have a look. It states that the goal is to help you achieve a caloric deficit, and it's giving you some general guidelines. I love that it keeps telling you it's not a doctor. That's comforting that it knows that. Okay, so day A has an overnight oats with almond milk, chia seeds, and mixed berries. Love that. It's definitely giving you carbohydrate plus a source of some healthy fats. And then berries are one of the like lower sugar, higher phytonutrient fruits that's out there. So that's a great start. And then you'll get some protein from chia seeds. Yeah, my only thought about that breakfast is that it might be a little bit light on protein, depending on what your activity is going to be like and how filling you find that. That it's a pretty carb rich breakfast, but it's good kind of carbs, right? So it's coming from berries and oats. For lunch, it's having you do a chickpea salad. So cooked chickpeas, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, red onion, avocado, olive oil, lemon juice. Yeah, I love that too. Beans or legumes are a great source of protein and they can be filling. They've also got some fiber and again, carbohydrate. It's giving you some vegetables. It's giving you some color from different fruits and veggies there. So red onion, cherry tomatoes, the fats that it has you adding from avocado and olive oil, I would say are probably two of the healthier fats that you could include in there. Olive oil, definitely for an anti-inflammatory diet. Avocado can be very filling. It's a plant-based fat that is a nice thing when you're, looking for something to put in your chickpea salad that's not like mayonnaise, right? That will make it taste good. And then lemon juice, salt, and pepper are great sources of seasoning. You might ask about salt and blood pressure. A lot of people do. I think adding table salt in like moderate quantities is fine. Usually when sodium is a problem in food, it's like in processed food and things like pizza and cheese and packaged bread and stuff like that. But adding a little bit of salt to your chickpea salad is not going to be a problem. And then dinner, it has you doing a lentil curry, mixed vegetables, tomato sauce, light coconut milk, curry spices, and brown rice. Yeah, again, that sounds great. Lentils are a super healthy thing to eat in general. They can be, again, filling, a nice balance of protein, carbs, lots of fiber. Mixed vegetables, I like that it gives you that because you can also mix that up a little bit if you're only going to eat the same 2 meals for weeks at a time. That gives you a place where you can introduce some variety, which I think is a really good thing to do. Different colors is a good way to think about how to get different vegetables in there. Yeah. And then it's giving you a snack, which is an apple and almond butter. I always like a snack that has some balance of carbs, fat, and protein in it. That sounds good. So yeah, I think day A looks good. When I look at the macro breakdown and the calories, it's only giving you 1,450 calories, which is like actually a pretty significant caloric deficit, I would imagine, because you're not a couch potato.
Yeah, I regret now not telling it I train martial art 10 hours a week at least.
Yeah.
I probably should have told it that, and I will next time.
So I am concerned that that's too few calories for you. That's obviously it's not going to do you in doing that for a week. But over the long haul, you're probably going to be under fueled at that level and you might not feel so hot. Especially if you're doing any kind of intense exertion. So like 10 hours a week of training is like at least moderate to high intensity most of the time. That's not enough calories, even though you're aiming for a caloric deficit. So that would be my concern with that day. You want to look at the other day? It's similar in its general makeup. It's giving you a green smoothie, which is again going to be kind of a carb rich breakfast, but it's got also lots of fruits and vegetables and antioxidants in there. It's got flaxseed, giving you a veggie wrap, which again, it has some hummus, it's got some vegetables, got avocados, and then a tofu stir fry at dinner with quinoa. I like that. That's got a good source of protein for you. So soy protein is a really good thing, especially less processed soy like you would get in tofu or edamame or tempeh as a vegan source of protein. It's excellent. And then quinoa, which also a combination of carbs and protein, it's good. And then it's giving you again hummus and raw vegetables. So that's a healthy snack. It's a good idea. It's leaning pretty hard on chickpeas in that day, so you might get sick of them.
Yeah.
In the hummus. But there's, certainly ways you can mix that up. And this one's an even lower calorie day when it's calculations. So I would use caution with that and maybe add a second snack or increase your portions a little bit to make up for that.
Okay. So at the end, I had it give some predictions, and it was conservative about actual numbers. Basically, the only number it gave was that a healthy amount of weight to lose in a week would be 1 to 2 pounds. And so after 30 days, I might lose 4 to 8 pounds. Do you have any predictions based on this meal plan, what might happen after 30 days?
You're going to be really hungry and you're not going to feel good training.
Yeah.
And so there's so many variables that are in play there that it would be really hard to say, like, would you drop weight at a certain rate? My experience has been the people who are training really hard for something other than weight loss, like you are, you're not doing martial arts for the purpose of dropping weight, right? So you're not
Yeah.
tailoring that workout as a way to burn body fat off, right? Or to
Mhm.
build muscle. You're doing it for another reason. And that your performance there is something that matters to you as well. So unless you're totally shifting your priorities to be like, nope, I'm on the lose weight plan and everything else can go on the back burner, that you'll be happier and healthier if you don't fixate on trying to lose 2 pounds a week or more, and you instead approach it a little bit more broadly. And what we know about people who follow plans to try to lose weight is that when they make these adjustments and then they do a sort of a moderate approach that's not like a crash diet, that it's more sustainable. And
Mhm.
so weight loss of 1 to 2 pounds a week is more sustainable than losing weight faster than that. And you're more likely to have a rebound weight gain if you do that.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time. And could you tell us a little bit about what you do and how people can reach out to you if they don't want machine learning to tell them how to improve their health?
Yeah, definitely. And I think the machine learning did a pretty decent job. Actually, it was better than I expected it to be. um,
Good.
yeah. So I'm an integrative health coach, and I'm also a nurse practitioner. So that's my background. And Flower Power Health is my health coaching business. So I work with individuals who want to make some improvements in their overall health and performance. I work a lot with athletes, everyday athletes like Jacob, who maybe have a hobby sport, or runners, and they're looking to sort of stop getting injured, maybe improve their health, improve their performance, feel better. Yeah, make those kinds of positive changes that'll stick with them forever, as opposed to like training for a race in 3 months or trying to lose 20 pounds for their high school reunion. Like, yeah, we could do those things, but let's talk about your next 5 years and the rest of your life.
Awesome. And how can people reach out to you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram. I'm at flowerpower.health, and also my website, which is just flowerpower.health.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth, for your time, and I'll keep you up to date and we can chat again soon.
Yeah, let's do it. This is so much fun.
So, with the confidence of knowing that ChatGPT's plan for me had been reviewed by an actual health professional, it was time to start eating. The first recipe I tried was overnight oats made with rolled oats, chia seeds, fruit, and almond milk. ChatGPT didn't actually give me step-by-step recipes because I didn't ask for them, so I just sort of winged it and it turned out fine since it only had a few ingredients. All right, good morning. I'm about to eat my first meal designed by ChatGPT. I'm whispering because everyone on YouTube whispers in the morning. Here we have it, overnight oats with berries and chia seeds. It's very thick. That's okay. Plenty sweet, really good. Let's see how the oats soaked in that almond milk. Really good. Okay, I'll finish this up and see you later. For lunch, it had me make a salad with chickpeas, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, red onion, avocado, and a dressing made of olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper. All right, time to try lunch. Let's give it a bite. Definitely good. What you would expect. Very fresh tasting, crisp. I'm glad that the sun is out today because this might not warm me up too much on a cold, wintry day. The avocado really makes it creamier, which is kind of necessary. It's good. I'd give this an A. I don't know how much it's going to keep me full the rest of the day till dinner. But it's definitely really good for now. So yeah. Okay, see you at snack time. So believe it or not, just by coincidence, today is Elizabeth's birthday, and Jillian and I are going to pick up a carrot cake for her. So my very first day of this GPT eating challenge is going to have the temptation of pizza and carrot cake. and I love pizza, and I love carrot cake. I don't want to be the jerk who doesn't eat any of the food at the party, so I'm probably gonna at least share a slice of carrot cake with Jillian and have a little bit of pizza, but just want to keep it to the minimum I can eat without being rude, pretty much. All right, it's about 4:30 in the afternoon, and Jillian and I are about to head to Elizabeth's birthday party, so I'm having my afternoon snack, which is apples with almond butter. I'm not sure if I've ever had this precise combo before, but it tastes exactly like you'd expect. Just a variation on the classic apples with peanut butter. I'm hoping that this snack will hold me over through the party. And when I get home, I'm gonna cook my actual dinner. We got home pretty late from Elizabeth's birthday party, but I was happy that I had the discipline to make the lentil and coconut milk curry. I only had a little bit of pizza and cake at the party, so I was feeling pretty hungry. It's a little soupier than I might have wanted. Still hot. Okay. It's good. It's a little bland. I'm probably going to put some salt on it and maybe some hot sauce or something. What I did notice is even though it's fairly low amount of rice and other ingredients, the serving size is pretty substantial. Like, the bowl is heavy, so I'm hoping it keeps me feeling pretty full. Let's try another bite. It's good. It's good. I mean, if I had this at a restaurant, I would definitely think needs a little more flavoring. But you know what? For a day-to-day meal, it's totally fine. All right, well, that was it for my first day of eating. So far, I'm feeling pretty good, and I don't think Chat GPT is trying to poison me. If you want to see what happens as I keep going, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to do my best to post update videos every week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.